Whether the boat owner on your list has a boat like this, or this, that, maybe a canoe, dinghy, or even a sailboat, here are my top 10 ideas that every boater would love to find in their stocking. Number 1 is the electric lighter. Anybody who's tried to light a stove always has a lighter on board and never seems to work. These things are great. They're rechargeable. They charge up with a USB and they work no matter what. The number 2 position is another ignition source, this time a butane lighter, good for melting ends of whippings and lines. Also good for heat shrinking stuff, wire ends, and really good for lighting an oven. Next, we have a fiberglass wire pull. These are, as you probably know, my favorite tool. When you need these, you really need them, and they work phenomenally. Every boat should have one if you do any of the work yourself. Whether you have an ice box, a cooler, a refrigerator, or freezer, its efficiency will be greatly increased with one of these little fans, and the batteries last for over a month. Before we get to the number 5 position, I want to remind you that you can click any of the links in the descriptions below for all these items, and you help out the channel at the same time. It doesn't cost you any more. Number 5 is an oil analysis kit. Every time you do an oil change, you should do this, and it keeps a good eye on everything that's happening inside your engine. You should always have one on hand ready for an oil change. In the 6th position is the Ruy Tags. These things are great to monitor temperature, pressure, humidity. You can put them in your freezers, in your fridge, or you can put them in your engine room, or just down below just to keep an eye on things. You can monitor it with your phone, or if you have a Victron Servo, it connects into there as well. Number 7 is a DC multimeter. It's AC and DC, but it's got a DC clamp for measuring amperage. A lot of clamp meters out there only do AC. This one does DC, and I found to be the most rugged one at the best price around. And salt water and electricity on a boat you're always going to need one of these around, and they're great for everything. Before we get to the 8th position, I want to send a special message out to any Secret Santas out there. If you'd like to help out with Paquita's refit and be remembered for all eternity as a awesome Secret Santa, I'll put a link in the bottom of all the links in the video's description and anonymously help us out. We'd love that. Merry Christmas. In the 8th position is something on the list that may save your life. Contrary to popular belief, most recreational boats are very hard to be seen on radar in bad conditions by commercial vessels or all of the vessels. So grab a radar reflector and stay alive. Get rid of that stanky smell, whether it's stinky bilge, a stinky engine room, or a stinky head. All those things get magically taken away with an ozone generator. You should be aware that there are some ozone can degrade rubber products, but you don't leave this thing running all the time, and you just run it every once in a while, just for a few minutes, and it amazingly knocks out any of those funky smells. Before we get to the final thing on the list, I just want to wish all of you a happy holiday season, however you guys celebrate it. Be safe, and thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. And now off to number 10. And now for our 10th and final product. What could arguably be one of the items that you're most excited about and use least often. However, when you need it, it really works. This is a handheld sounder, or a little sonar in your hand, size of a flashlight. You can just shoot it in the water and it instantly gives you depth or meters, and it works really well. If you saw my video of me backing into the travel lift, they didn't have any, I was only inches away from the bottom, and this thing definitely saved the bottom of Paquita. Very fun to have, great to have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you find something on here. Remember, there's links in the descriptions for all of these, and you help out the channel by buying through here. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, or whatever you guys celebrate. Happy Festivus for the rest of us.